when you seek a need, beseech Allah, and when you seek help, ask help from Allah. You should know that if the entire mankind were to come together to grant you any benefit, they will not be able to do so, except what Allah has preordained for you. And if they were to come together to bring you any harm, they will not be able to, except what Allah has preordained for you. The pens have been raised and the pages are dried. Thus belief in Qadr and Qadr earns one firm will, strong faith and reliance on Allah. Glorious is He and exalted. And not believing in Qadr and Qadr leads a person to grief and outrage during adversities. Also, it hampers him from doing many good deeds, and so he is afflicted with indecision, delusion, and evil whisperings. As such, he will not embark upon anything for fear of such and such, and he would abandon beneficial things for fear of being inflicted by such and such, because he does not believe in the Qadr and Qadr. Whatever Allah decrees and preordains must occur whether you go out or not, whether you act or not. So seek protection from Allah and rely on Him, and leave the Qadr and Qadr for Allah. Glorious is He and exalted. When anything befalls you, do not be foreboding. Thus He said, seek what will bring benefit to you, and ask Allah's help, and be not slothful. And if something afflicts you, do not say, if I did such and such would have happened, but say, Qadarullahi wa ma sha'a fa'ala, meaning Allah's decree, and He did what He willed. In another wording, it says, meaning Allah has decreed and He did what He willed. So when you have sought the means and the goal was not attained, you should realize that Allah did not will it, and you know not. Perhaps the goodness lies in not attaining it, and Allah the Mighty and Sublime is all-knowing. Therefore, you should believe in Allah and His decrees and preordainments, and be patient over afflictions. Also, you should be aware of indolence and arrogance during comfort. Be balanced in your affairs, and be tranquil in your mind, and live in this world as a mu'min, one who has reposed his affairs with Allah, the Mighty and Sublime. You should work and achieve, strive for you, believe in the Qadr and Qadr, and that things happen through their means, and not abandon the means. However, do not completely depend on the means. Combine two things, belief in Qadr and Qadr, and acting upon the means while relying on Allah. Glorious is He and exalted. These are the attributes of the mu'min, and this is belief in the Qadr and Qadr. Belief in the Qadr and the Qadr benefits one in this world and removes fear, evil whisperings, and sadness from him, while disbelief in the Qadr and the Qadr afflicts one with indolence, weakness, evil whisperings, delusions, and everything scares him because of his disbelief in Qadr and Qadr. It is obligatory upon the servant, the mu'min, to believe that from his belief in the Qadr and Qadr is that the creatures have actions that they carry out from their own volition. They are not compelled to do them. So a person could believe or disbelieve, observe the salat or leave it. He could fast or not. He carries out all that, and as such he is rewarded with good for the acts of obedience, and punished for the sins since they are his actions. He will not be punished because of qadr and qadr. He is only punished based on his actions, which he carried out from his own volition and will. He is able to stand up to observe the Fajr prayer, for example, and he is able to also sleep and not observe the Fajr prayer. He is able to fast in the month of Ramadan or leave the fast. He is able to restrain himself from shameful deeds, and he is able to leave himself for same. He is able to do things from his volition and will. Allah bestowed will and wish to him, and the volition to do or not to do. For that reason, there is nothing upon the one who is coerced to act upon sin, because he has no choice. Likewise, the child that has not attained maturity, there is nothing upon him, since he does not have volition until he matures. So it has to be believed that from belief in the qadr and qadr is that the servants have actions, wishes and wills, contrary to the view of the Jabarites, that the servants are only coerced and made to act. They have no free will, and not as the Mu'tazilites opine that Allah has no decree or preordainment. The servants are completely independent of their actions. They create their actions by their wills and not by Allah's will or his qadr or qadr. The Jabarites and the Mu'tazilites are at the two opposite ends. As for the people of the Sunnah and the Jummah, they are of the middle course. They say Allah the Mighty and Sublime decreed matters, but He gave the servants the volition, will and wish and ability to carry out actions or leave them. Allah the Most High said, Jabbar is to reject the servants' actual actions and attribute it to the Lord, the Most High. The Jabbarites are of different sects. The real ones are those who neither affirm action for the servants nor a basic ability to act. The liberal Jabbarites are those who affirm an ability that is of no basic impact for the servant.